Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a tag video. I wasn't sure if it's going to actually be interesting for people, but a friend of mine said it was actually going to be very interesting for her, and I figured all of the fans of Gossip Girl, it's not because if it ended like 6 years ago that we can't still talk about it and debate about it. Therefore, today's video is going to be about Gossip Girl, and it's going to be a few questions on my opinion on the show and on characters. And if you are a Gossip Girl fan obsessed like me, since like, I don't know, I think it's been 10 years that I've been watching the show. So if you're like me, then comment below. If you're running out of ideas, do this tag on your YouTube channel if you're a fan of Gossip Girl. Anyways, these questions, I actually got them on a random website, and I think it was from an old YouTube tag that was about Gossip Girl, but unfortunately I feel like people don't really talk about Gossip Girl anymore because it is a bit in the past in a way, but I refuse to put it in the past. I still watch it. I started watching it when I was 13. I'm 24 now and I'm still going strong. I'm rewatching seasons, rewatching episodes. Let's get going. You're gonna know all about my opinion on the show and let me know if you agree with me or disagree. I have my phone right here with the questions and I will put them in the description box below so you can go check them out and recreate this tag as well. So without further ado, let's get going into the video. So before going into the actual questions, I just wanted to say that Gossip Girl is a show that started to air about 10 years ago, approximately 10 years ago, and it has around 6 seasons. The 6th season is like 10 episodes long, so it's not really a long season, and it actually is all about this very rich elite of the Upper East Side in New York. And you do have a few important characters that also come from Brooklyn, which is a more, I would say, normal area, down to earth area where it's not super expensive like the Upper East Side. Anyways, it follows main characters and they go through a lot of things. There's a lot of friendships, of relationships going on, and it's a really good show, especially if you like fashion, because the main two characters, Serena and Blair, are very fashionable. So that's why I encourage you to go check out that show. And the very first question is going to be a pretty basic question, and it's, who's your favorite female character? My favorite female character, without a doubt, without a hesitation, is Blair Waldorf. I like her for various reasons. I think that she actually is a very complex character that is very misunderstood. I feel like she's a character that evolved a lot during the seasons. She was this very mean girl at the beginning, and she started to become a bit more mature, a bit more human. She was still mean, that's for sure, but she was not like this little spoiled, rich little girl like in the first season. I really liked how she started to become more mature. Obviously her fashion, her aesthetic, I recognize myself in her sometimes. So without a doubt, it's Blair Waldorf, my favorite. The second question is actually, who is your favorite male character? And this one might shock people, or they might think I like him for other reasons than the ones that they are, but it's Nate Archibald, my favorite one. There's a simple reason why I prefer Nate to any other male characters, and it's because he's the sweetest, naive character ever on the show. He goes through a lot of things, but he still is very sweet and just wants to do good for his friends and wants to do good around him. He gets girls for sure, but it never ends with good relationships or interesting relationships for him. But nevertheless, he keeps going, and throughout the end of the show, he obviously starts to become a bit more confident, and he works at The Spectator, this newspaper. So it gets better and better for him, which is good, but he's a very interesting character, I feel like, and he's just like a peaceful character, you know? That's why I really like him. Obviously, as you realize, there are spoilers in this video, so if you had enough of it, stop watching because there will be even more afterwards. Which character do you hate the most, or that annoys you the most? And me, I will say that there's around 3 characters that thankfully don't appear a lot in the show. They appear like for a few seasons or like for a few episodes during one specific season. The first one is going to be Lord Marcus. Lord Marcus in season 2, I do not know why he's there. I mean, I get the purpose of that character, but just like waste of time. He's just not interesting. He's weird. He's just, I really don't like him at all. Like, it annoys me to actually see him on the show. Obviously, Lady Catherine, who's related to him in a way, it's weird. Watch the show. She is also very strange, and I just don't, I can't with her. I just, no. And I did say 3 characters before, so Raina Thorpe, the one that Chuck falls in love with, or Nate falls in love with, it's just weird. I also don't really like her. I think she's just like this girl that is just like such a cliche type of character, or at least I think it is very cliche, because she's like this businesswoman having all of these things, projects, so busy, no time for guys, and then suddenly we realize that she's a hurt woman and discovers terrible secrets therapist in her family. And I mean, it's great. It's a beautiful character, and it exists, and people are interested in this type of character development. But to me, I just find her really boring and also like irrelevant in a way. So yeah, but that's my opinion, obviously. Would you prefer living in the Upper East Side of Brooklyn? Me, I've never been to New York, unfortunately, but from the pictures I've seen and from the show, I will say Upper East Side because I think it just goes with my personality a bit more. Let me know if you've ever been to New York, or maybe you live in New York. So what's your favorite place? Let me know. Tell me more about it in the comments below. Who has the best style? And this one is a really tough question, I have to say. I'm going to be straight to the point. I will say Blair Waldorf once again. I thought about all the other characters as well, not just the like most important ones, but to me, her style resonates the most with me. I would say that if I just had her clothes like that on a normal like mannequin or in my closet, I would find them beautiful. Then I was thinking about Serena's style, and I think that she looks amazing whatever she wears. But this is the thing, is that she looks already amazing. Blake Lively, the actress, is beautiful. She's the ideal woman. She's tall, long legs, tan, blonde. She looks beautiful, stunning. Any guy wants her, and any girl wants to be her. So whatever she wears, she will look amazing. But if I would put this in my closet, I don't think I would actually pick up her clothes that often, but Blair's I would. So I'm gonna go with Blair Waldorf. I have to say though that in terms of the older characters on the show, I do really like Lily Van der Woodsen's style. I think that she's very classy, very chic, so I also really appreciate her style for sure. Who is your favorite couple? And this is gonna be a very controversial question as well, because my favorite couple is a couple that nobody likes, and it's going to be Dan and Blair. Yes, I love them together so much. I'm actually watching at the moment the season where they get together and get serious, and I really like them together, and I'm so angry when I see the episode where Serena seduces Dan while he's still with Blair, and that Blair goes back to Chuck. I'm very, very disappointed with this. I thought they would go further than this in the relationship. I think that they are best friends, but they really go well as lovers, and I'm really upset that they didn't have a bit more of a chance from the, I guess, writers. But I know a lot of people hate them together and just think it's not a logical match, and it's true that if you watch the first season, you'd be like, why Dan and Blair? That's like something that will never happen. But throughout the last seasons, I think that they actually are a great match. Yeah, I'm very disappointed with that situation, but I really do like them together. Chuck, Dan, or Nate? And obviously I said that my favorite one was Nate, and if I had to put like from the best to the worst, I would say Nate, Dan, and the last one is Chuck. I really do not appreciate Chuck. I know a lot of girls really like him, or a lot of people like him on the show. Unfortunately, I think that he does not deserve everything that happens to him in the show. He does not deserve Blair. He does not deserve anything, because I think he's an actual really bad person. Now, don't get me wrong, a lot of people on that show are bad and just get away with everything they do, and I guess that's also the message of the show, is that you have money and you can get away with anything pretty much, which is, could be the truth, could not be the truth, it depends, but it's true that it can help a lot, and that's what happens with Chuck, I feel like. And I don't know, he's done a lot of bad things, especially in the first season, that I just can't forget. So to me, he's really like the last one I like out of the three of them. What was your reaction when you realized who the Gossip Girl was? So when you discovered who Gossip Girl was? So I have to say that before that last episode, I didn't have a clue on who was Gossip Girl. I thought that it could be Dorota. I thought it could be some random person that we saw for like a season and who would come back at the last episode and say, hi, I'm Gossip Girl. But I never thought it would be the person that it is. And during the last episode, while I was watching it, I was realizing, oh wow, all of these clues that they're showing in this episode, like we know who it's gonna be, Gossip Girl. And well, spoiler, it's Dan. Dan is Gossip Girl. And it's true that when I rewatch the different seasons from the first one to the last ones, there's a lot of clues actually that it is Dan, and it makes a lot of sense, but I never really expected it, because I feel like Gossip Girl was really mean actually to Dan, and I felt like it was a bit too much for him to be Gossip Girl, but I guess it made sense. So yeah, whatever. To me, it didn't really change much of my opinion on him. I have like a meh opinion, like he's okay, whatever. But yeah, that's how I reacted, literally, like whatever. What did you think about the show in general? Well, obviously, as you know, I am obsessed with Gossip Girl. Like I know a lot of people say, oh my god, it's my favorite show, and respect to them, like it's probably their favorite show, but there's like, it's my favorite show, and there's like, I'm obsessed with it. I have a lot of favorite shows, but I watched like that show for a season. I watched it once, I watched it twice maybe, but I don't watch it 10 times. Like Gossip Girl, I've watched it so many times. I watch it when I'm cooking, when I'm eating, when I'm whatever doing. It's just my favorite one. I know dialogues by heart nearly. The show, I just know it by heart, and obviously I love it. I love the fashion in it. I love the storyline, the plot. I love the characters. I really do like the characters. I think the characters just really have their own personalities, and they have their own struggles, and they portray it very well. Yeah, I grew up with that show, so that's maybe why I also love it. Like for example, Pretty Liars that I followed a lot when I was also in high school. I loved it, but I watched it once. I'm never gonna rewatch it again. It just doesn't give me the same vibe. I don't know, there's something. So Gossip Girl, love it, love it, love it, love it, and I really, really recommend it for sure. Just take it like, don't take it too seriously because there's a lot related to money and power, and obviously the relationships and the friendships are all very toxic in this show, so it's not something to recreate in your own life for sure, but it's just nice and entertaining. So yeah, so this was pretty much it for this tag. So as I said, if you want to recreate it or if you just want to answer to it in the comments below, you will find all of the questions in the description box. Subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed that video, because I would love to do more story times and more tags on my channel, because I feel like people actually really enjoy them. So let me know what you thought, like that video, subscribe because it helped me a lot, and I will see you next week in my next video. Bye!